Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our chant class. As an announcement, this afternoon we'll be starting our summer cheese, and therefore I will no longer be teaching this chant class for about a month, for 4 weeks. Does it continue? The sit continues, Master Z, downstairs or something? As far as we know?
We will do the mantra recitation every day.
Okay.
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour.
Yeah, during the chant chi only, Master.
During the chant chi. What about the chant class, regular chant class here? For beginners or introductory chant class. Is it still go on or it stops? It continues. So we'll be still held downstairs, right? Okay, no problem. All right. Anyone has any questions? No questions? Okay.
Hello, Master. I have a question about the black. Is that okay?
Sure.
So during the chi, so the black for one person for a week is about 50. So, but 1 month is about 100. So if we request 1 month worth offering this month, would that cover the chi?
Would that cover the chi? I suppose. You think? Okay, it covers the chi.
Thank you, Master.
Okay, no problems. Okay, anyone else? Are my slides ready for this morning? I took a look. As this morning I was meditating, I had this question in my mind. What is the percentage of people who are Catholic, Protestant, and so forth in this country? And so I asked our people to do some research, and they came up with this. This is a breakdown from some sort of surveys that made in 2024, and as this pie chart here tells us that Buddhism is about less 1%, about 1%, and because the big block here is about 28% people who are who consider themselves to be non-religious, and the rest would have some kind of religions. Okay. So that tells me that the majority of the people here in this country is actually very religious. They have some sort of spiritual pursuits. And that's very, very important. You think that there's a lot that's being said in the press that people are less and less religious because there's some difficulties in various religions. Dalai Lama is retired, and he retired, right? Something like that. And some issues over in Christianity, and Catholicism, and Buddhism is not free from scandals as well. And so in general, people, I keep on hearing that people are losing faith. But it turns out that since the last few years at least, it's very stable. People really are religious. And it makes sense. because religion is part of life. It's the affirmation of the spiritual nature of existence. Okay, and also another thing that quite rose in my mind was that how about Asians in America? So similar percentage, probably many of them are grown here or follow the Western education system influence. So it's about 26% are non-religious, and majority are Christian. How about Catholics? No Catholics? Oh. Anyway, so this probably includes Catholics as well. And Buddhists is higher among the Asians, about 14%. So that's from our Asian cultures. And this is actually, if you're Asian, this is part of your edge in life. Because our cultures stress religion, okay? Stress Buddhism. And it turns out that according to the Buddhist teachings, the religious life, the spirituality is key to existence, key to happiness, as the Westerners or people in modern days are talking about. The seeking happiness, especially in this country here, and the majority of the adults in this country is not happy. People die in their old ages unhappy. Young, they're unhappy already, and they spend their entire lives working and making a living and learning and living their lives, and they end up, most of them, the overwhelming majority, I would say, die unhappy. Okay? And somehow, in spite of that, a good 70%, 75% of the people are religious because it helps. In spite of that, they're still unhappy when they die. Okay? Buddhists as well are unhappy, not just the non-Buddhists. And therefore, something is lacking in our lives. And people are ignoring that. People don't know what it is. They're not sure how to address a problem. To me, it's a gaping hole in our existence. If we talk about this country here, especially in USA, that the pursuit of happiness, if we pursue the happiness our entire lives, and the majority of us end up dying unhappy, there's something missing, seriously missing. Okay? And our leaders are not addressing it. Yeah. And I feel that from our little community, our people, even though it's real small, but we're growing steadily over the years. The last 20 years, it's been growing steadily, nonstop. Okay? Through the pandemics, through the economic uncertainties and so forth. Our people are growing is because they are happier than without cultivation. That's my premise. Okay? And so the little Chan class here we're teaching you is a lot more than just sitting. Okay? This is why I spend an hour talking to you. This is why I spend several hours every single week speaking Dharma, explaining things to you, sharing the Buddhist wisdom with people. And again, let me remind you, my personal interest is not to convert you at all. It's not about making you Buddhists. It's about sharing you Buddhist wisdom, and you pick and choose whatever works for you. Okay? We, unlike many Christians who I met on the streets at Home Depot and at various retail operations to try to convert me. Even after they saw that I'm a monk, they still wanted me to believe in God and said that Jesus will save you. Just believe. I say, yeah, very kind of Jesus. Thank you very much. Okay. Little do they know, we saved Jesus. But be as it may, we're not worried about Jesus. We're worried about you. What can we do to help you become happier? That's the bottom line for us. Okay? Happier, part of being happier is have a meaningful life. Doesn't matter who you are. You can be a woman, a man, poor, rich, whatever you do, housewife, a worker, so forth. If you can learn to be happier, happiness spreads and improves the quality of life for yourselves and the people around you, at work, at home, in your communities, and so forth. That's what it's about for us. Okay? And it's not about talk, it's about doing it. It's about being. Okay? Because results speak for itself. This is America, where it's about results. When we promise something, we're supposed to deliver. Okay? And also, finally, last thing here is to give you a sense of history. I called it Impossible Mission, kind of stealing from a popular theme. Okay? Have you seen the latest movie? I'm told that it sucks. Anyway, the first mission, the original mission was Master Hsuan establishing Mahayana in the U.S. Okay? This Mahayana here provides the foundation for happiness. Even though he didn't put it that way, but it's really is very helpful to our American culture, a lot more than people realize. And he's a pure man, pure monk, so he didn't go into low level like myself, where I talk about happiness and fun and so forth. It's kind of taboo for these pure monks and nuns, okay? It's like when you talk like that, you sound too commercial, okay? It's demeaning to do that. I don't care. I'm going to be myself, okay? And I feel that I'm trying to share with you something that will help you, will make more sense to you. So I try to speak your language, not the Buddhist language, okay? You don't have to be Buddhist to understand. You don't need to learn Buddhist jargon to learn how to be happier, have a more meaningful and consequential life. Okay? Your parents never taught you that. Never taught you about how important you are, how meaningful of a life you can have. It's never too late. Okay? So Master Hsuan helped us establish the foundation of Mahayana, and Mahayana is probably the deepest form of wisdom in mankind, and the countries who are strong in where Mahayana is strong. That was the case in India, and then India was on the wane, so they had to the wane, and then they had to move to China, and it would flourish in China for a long time, for a few centuries, for 10, 12 centuries. Okay, and then just like everything else, what goes up must go down. So it petered out, and then the patriarchs knew it already, and they moved Mahayana to the west. And we hopefully are increasing the importance or the influence of Mahayana to the American culture. Okay, and so that's our next phase. Master Hsuan is done. He says, I established Mahayana, the foundation, okay, of goodness, the foundation of wisdom. And now the next phase, impossible mission 2, is I phrase it as to be gooder as the meaning of life. Okay, we have a very strong foundation already, thanks to the Catholics, the Christians, the Hindus, the Tibetan and Hinayana people and so forth. We have very strong common denominator, and I call it gooder, to be gooder. Okay, it's what we all have in common. Okay, that's what we can march forward in the same direction in that sense. Okay, from my perspective, from what I learned in China, because that's what I know more about, not India so much, because my teacher was Master Hsuan, a Chinese monk. So the Chinese culture it's very profound because it's imbued with Mahayana philosophy, knowledge, and wisdom. Okay, it's prospered because of that. It was a superior culture until towards the end, where the leaders become too corrupt, too selfish, and so he had to move to a different country. And the U.S. is fertile grounds for that. And in fact, the Buddhist patriarchs knew that already. They knew, for example, back then, they foresaw Bodhidharma, Great Master Bodhidharma, bringing Buddhism to China already. Okay, and then Master Hsuan, my late Chinese teacher, knew when he was very young already that he's supposed to be propagating Mahayana, and that he'd be bringing Mahayana to the West. And he mistakenly thought that Mahayana, bringing Mahayana to the West was meant going to Australia to teach kangaroos. And he went there for a year, and guess what? He got a professorship at this university for a year teaching Buddhism. It's kind of fascinating because he really has no PhD at all, qualifications. He has his education level is like 8th grader for us, okay? And yet he got a professorship at teaching kangaroos. I mean, something like that. And he stayed there for a year, and then he found that it's not working. So he came back to China, to Hong Kong, and then eventually he moved to San Francisco, okay? And he spent the next 30 years propagating Buddhism in the West, okay? And so we're grateful for that. So you see, my point is that the patriarchs knew it already, that the USA is fertile with people with Mahayana potential. Mahayana is not in the books. Mahayana is not in the temples. Mahayana is not, the Buddha is not in the statues, in the images. Okay? Mahayana, Buddha is in you. Buddhism is in you. Okay? And so what it means is that Buddhism is only as good as your wisdom, your level of wisdom. That's my interpretation. Okay, you don't need to count. It's not a head count thing where you say, what is the percentage of the people who believe in Buddhism? Let me ask you this. How many emperors were there in China? Usually one at a time. Yeah? Similarly, these emperors back then had the wisdom. They invested in Mahayana. They sent monks, they sent missions to India to bring back Indian wisdom via Mahayana. And that's because of those people, those emperors who had the foresight to see that, to understand that. That's why the Chinese culture flourished for centuries. We don't have that anymore in the U.S., okay? But that's the nature of the era. This era in Buddhism, we call it the Dharma ending era, where people are losing faith in Buddhism. We have fewer and fewer Buddhists and so forth, okay? And the reason being that Buddhism does not deliver what it promises anymore. That's the main reason. Okay? It's just very much like Catholicism doesn't live up to its standards anymore. Similar veins. Tibetan Buddhism doesn't live up to its standards anymore. Okay? And so in China, Buddhism was declining because the majority of the people, majority of the Buddhists were not good enough. Okay? And these people banded together and basically pushed the mainstream Buddhism, like masteryonghua, to the side because he's a threat to the bowl of rice, as we call it in Vietnamese. Okay? All right? They hang on to the bowl of rice. And therefore, the people who have real wisdom, okay, need to be pushed aside and live on the fringe. And to me, it's really sad to see that with a great monk like masteryonghua with so much wisdom, he's on the fringe. Most people don't even know him, don't believe him. Okay? And so that's the nature of a Dharma ending age. Because he delivered for us, his disciples, but for the rest of the people who cannot practice, who cannot cultivate, for the sake of protecting the bowl of rice, they had to push him to the side. Okay? And that's the way it is, okay, in the Dharma ending age. Okay? And so, so that's why even wherever he goes, he's still the oddball. He's still at the fringe. Okay, so that's not the point. The point here is we don't count on quantity. It's about quality. It's about you. It's about how much wisdom we can impart on you, how much wisdom we can help you develop. And that's why Chan. Okay. The Chan is the most important vehicle, as far as I'm concerned, to help you develop concentration or samadhi. And along with that, by my speaking Dharma to you here, as you build up your samadhi level, your concentration level, when you get up there, naturally you'll be able to absorb these instructions accordingly. So whatever I say right now, at your current level, you can absorb so much. If you improve the next level, the same exact instructions, you will get a lot more, and a lot more, and a lot more. So that's why Chan remains the Mahayana main vehicle for transmission, for training, for professionals like us, as well as you as well. Okay? And that's why we train Chan instructors, and we keep on training them and hope that it gets still better and better. And finally, I finally was able to come up with this concept, simple concept for you to gauge yourself. Okay, because people ask me for the last 20 years, how do I know I'm improving? How do I know my concentration is better? And my answer is, look at yourself. When your concentration is better, when you practice Chan and your samadhi increases, and sometimes I will certify it for you because it's helpful to you, to your practice, you see the inside your heart, you're gooder. One day when you decided, nope, that's enough for me, that's when you stop improving. Okay? There's also a flip side as well. The flip side of being gooder is being more evil. What's the word for eviler? I don't know. We're not going to give them a new term, okay? We're not going to help them. Eviler. Okay? But you can also improve when you do evil, by the way. They don't know that. Okay? But between gooder and eviler, okay, gooder will be faster. You can choose to be evil, you will progress as well, albeit a little bit slower. That's why gooder will always prevail. Even within Buddhism, let me remind you. Okay? Within Buddhism, like mission 1 versus mission 2, our aim is to be gooder. That's why we will improve faster. That's the secret. Don't worry about others. They have more money, they have more disciples, they have bigger buildings, they have, they are more famous, they're more well-known, and so forth. Good for them. We're a little bit jealous. I am a little bit jealous, okay, for your sake. You don't have to be jealous. Let me be jealous for you, okay? Let me be envious for you, okay? Because I can handle it. I can handle jealousy. I can handle envy. Okay? Dump it on me. When you feel jealous, okay, I make you an offer. Dump it on me. Dump it in my head. Look at Master and say, Master, can I give you my jealousy? Absolutely. You come to suck my chi and my good energy, okay, I will throw you away. Push you away. But if you come and say, Master, can I dump all the best stuff on you? I say, you're welcome. Start with Master Z, and then when he's full, okay? And so this you do that, okay? You every now and then I will help you verify it for you. Every now and then look at you, how do you feel? You feel better? I say, yeah. I feel more peaceful. I feel more energy. Okay? I recover faster than before. Okay? I have more stamina. Things like that. My body is more flexible. I feel healthier. I don't have colds as often anymore. My cold, if I ever get it, it lasts a lot. It's much shorter. Things like that. Okay? And then you look at your heart and you see that you are gooder. That's your best bet. Oh yeah! Okay? I wanted to say something, but I forgot the terms. Okay? So, let me ask you. I feel that nowadays, people are overly proud of themselves. Okay? So that's a problem, especially in American culture, which is spreading right now throughout the world. They're adopting American movies, American values, American education, and so forth. Okay? So it's me, 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 me. Okay? And that's why they're so unhappy. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, better yet, there are some people, many people here in the U.S. who believe in doing the right thing. Okay? I met quite a few of them. They're everywhere. There could be a cop who stopped me, and I talked to him for a few minutes, look at me, and say, I let you go. I give you a citation. And say, oh, yeah, thank you. You're a good person, officer, and so forth. There are a lot of good people I met out there. Okay? And they believe in doing the right thing. When they realize I'm a monk, a poor monk, I drive someone else's car, not my car. I don't have a car, by the way. But they caught me because it's kind of a nice car. And so speeding, and so there's a lot of people here in this country, which this is the part where I like, where they believe in doing the right thing. Okay, and you go to, especially in the away from the cities, okay, smaller towns, it's prevalent. They believe in doing the right thing. Am I correct? Huh? It is not just America, but Canada, I've seen it. Mexico, I've seen it. To many, many parts of the world, we share the common trait there. We believe in doing the right thing. Remember, one is me, me, me. Okay, that's, I feel sorry for you. Okay, number two, doing the right thing, which is so commendable to me. Okay, that's what's keeping all these evildoers in check. They have the answer to the majority of us who feel strongly about doing the right thing. Yes, we're quiet, we don't say anything, but our silent disapproval is very scary to them. Okay? That's why they constantly are checking the polls. How popular am I? Oops, dropped 3% now. Okay? They're now above it, okay, especially if they're elected officials. They're very concerned about it, okay? So doing the right thing is a commendable thing, okay? What's better than doing the right thing? What's more important than doing the right thing? See, that's where the limitation is for ordinary people. They said, I believe in doing the right thing. That's it. They don't see any better. That's why they are unhappy. So what's better than doing the right thing? Nine.
Improve ourselves and to make the good more influential.
Okay. Anyone else? Don't worry about the size here. I want to tell you, my class is usually about 5 or 6 people. That's it. This is way too many people. A lot more than I ever imagined. For the last 20 years, my average class is about 6. Blue Mountain Temple, and so forth. Okay? But trust me, because of those 5, 6 people, this gets recorded, and then people listen to it at midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning because they're so depressed. My life has no meaning. Okay? My mom just died. I don't know what else to do with my life. Okay? This is when they wake up and say, oh yeah, this makes sense. It appeals to my heart. Okay? So what's better? Yes, go first. What's more important than being right?
What I believe is to be happy, and what is the thing which we need to do is understand the emotional intelligence and not having expectation with others and be a giver.
That's a lot of things you believe in. Very good. Okay. Good stuff. What else? What is more important than being right? Yes, 7.
No discrimination.
No discrimination, not wrong. Anyone else? That's more important than right. This is so fundamental. Yes, 9.
To help others.
To help others. Anyone else? I want you to know that this morning, instead of meditating for myself, I had to meditate for you. I said, what on earth I'm going to talk to you about? Yes, 6.
Teach. If I'm good, I teach to do good things.
Okay, teach, influence people. Not bad. Anyone else? Yes, 5.
I think don't justify themselves and just let them be.
Let them be, let them be, let it be, let it be. Okay, very good. Anyone else? What's more important than being right? Yes, 2.
Wise.
Would be wise? Okay. The next level up, let me tell you, is to be proper. Being proper is much more important than being right. Why? What's proper? It's a Buddhist concept now. Being right is non-Buddhist concept, okay? Being proper is a Buddhist concept. This is part of Buddhist teachings. Yes, 9.
Being proper is according with the conditions.
Is be consistent with cause and effect. Meaning that do not expect to do evil and hope to get a good consequence. Is that clear? This is what's... See, when they say do the right thing, meaning is do it's right for me. You see, it's still that. They said, oh, it's the right thing for me to do is to teach someone for the sake of my family. Sounds familiar? Steal from someone because I need to feed my family. That's the right thing for him to do. But is it proper? No, it's not. Because your family, your daughter, who eats the stolen stuff there, will have to pay for that, for your bad deed in the future. There's no two ways about it. If even I, accept stolen money from you as an offering, which is perfectly legal, perfectly appropriate in Hinayana teachings, okay? If you're a thief and you stole from a rich merchant like Robin Hood, and you come this is a Buddhist story in Hinayana literature, and the king's soldiers chasing after you. So this thief, he ran, and he finally saw a temple which is has open doors. All the houses are closed. Doors are closed. So we ran to the temple and I look at the monk. I say, can I give you my money? Because I need to get rid of it. The monk says, okay. So the thief gives him the money, and then the soldiers got up with him and said, where? But he said, I didn't steal anything. Okay? So he got away. So the temple now have a lot of money to build this big building. Have a lot of monks and nuns. Okay? And everyone happy, right? No. If the temple is built upon bad money, it will crumble. When there's an earthquake, it will crack. Okay? Very much like if you feed your children with illicitly gained money, they will have indigestion and will have to pay for it themselves. The sicknesses and all sorts of mental issues. Remember that, folks. It's not worth it. Okay? So doing the right thing is not as important as doing the proper thing. Proper thing is that you do good, you get good results. You do bad, you will get bad results. There's no exceptions. None whatsoever. Is that clear? That's Buddhist wisdom. It is so important. I don't know why we don't teach our children that. We only teach them to do the right thing, but we don't teach them to do the proper thing, which is far more important. This is why a lot of people in this country, in the world, do the right thing, but are they happy? They're not happy. Doing the right thing actually gives them bad results. That's why they cannot be happy. What happened to applause? Think about it. There's a reason why people are unhappy, no matter how rich they are, how smart they are, how much plastic surgery they have. They're still unhappy because they fail to do the right things. I mean, not the right thing, the proper things. They do the right things, but they're still improper. Isn't that interesting? And what's better than proper? Proper is Hinayana, is a hint I give you. What's more important than being proper is to be wise. Wise trumps proper. I mean, if you don't mind my using that verb. I know you Democrats here. If you have wisdom, you are happy. Being proper does not mean you're happy yet. You have a far better chance you're happier than being right, but you don't have total happiness. If you have wisdom, then you know happiness. Booyah! You see, so we grew up based on the wrong premises. We thought we're going to be famous, you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to be happy. No. Look at all the people above you, before you, the architects, the great surgeons, the famous people, the powerful people. Are they happy? No, they're not. You just throw me a name and I'll tell you whether he's happy or not. Don't bring up Buffett. Okay? All right. That's all I have for you today. Any questions? No questions? Then we can retire and have an early lunch and get ready for the Wan Yin Chi this afternoon. How's that? Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. Nowadays, I have some struggling about some proper view. So if today the Master mentioned about the proper doing. So if we do proper view, should we have a proper view, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can we have a proper view? Many people has a different view, so we cannot judge about the you are right or no. So how can I do proper view?
Good question. Never crossed my mind. How can I have proper views? How can I do the proper things? Anyone can help her out. How do you do the proper things? What's proper? Unclear to you, huh? Yes, 1.
The Master just said before that do things according to the law of cause and effect.
Law of cause and effect. Very good. Anyone else? So go first, people. You agree with me? The lady who talked a lot about to her what's important and so forth. You understand now the proper thing and the wise thing? That's a difference. Okay? So how do you do proper things? This is why we recite the 7 principles. You follow the guidelines. Do I fight? Am I greedy? Do I seek? Am I selfish? What else? Do I benefit myself? Do I practice kindness? Do I practice compassion? Those are the proper things. Okay? You do those things, great things will happen to you. So when you get things, when you plot and scheme for things, do not violate those principles. Then you find you're doing the right thing. I mean the proper thing. Does it help?
Yes, my master.
Okay. You're welcome. Yeah, 5.
So, Master, before we doing proper, we should have a proper view, right? View.
Yes.
So I'm struggling about proper view. Some people has a different, I don't mention about politicians something.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of
Not just politicians. People here in the temple, they have the improper views.
So how can
You want me to name names?
No. I'm just wondering about how to.
They're very bad examples of improper, and that's for your sake. What's improper? So how? I don't understand. Just, do I keep on fighting? If you look at people who go always picking a fight, that's not proper. Don't follow those people. Don't trust those people. Because they're not proper. It's not proper behavior. In our temple, yes, our temple, we do have people who are improper. It's for your sake. so that you can compare. You look at it, oh, I don't want to be like that. Then you're on the right side of the tracks. Does it help?
Yes, thank you, Master.
Okay. Anyone else? Go for us.
How do you lead your children to be proper at a young age?
How do you lead your children? I don't lead the children. Usually, I don't have children, so I really don't know how to answer your question. But you ask me how I would lead you, because you sort of like a similar relationship. I will lead you by pulling your ears, grab by your ears and go this way. I don't care if you throw tantrums, because look around you. There are people there who threw tantrums at me. It never bothered me. Okay? I still grab them by the ear and say, go this way. You don't like it, okay? And you feel free to run away, okay? But there's a proper direction, there's a proper way of doing things. Okay?
Okay.
Does it help?
Yes. So when people are improper in your temple, how do you
handle them?
That?
Oh, yeah.
How do you...
Very simple. Good question. They're there because it's for your sake, again, because when I talk about proper, you really don't know what proper. Sometimes it's easy for you to see what's not proper. Well, some of you is kind of crooked. When I tell proper, you don't get it. When you see someone improper, say, oh yeah, that's right. I don't want to be like that. Because it's not proper. It's not what Master teaches. Okay? So personally, your question is, what do I do about them? Let me tell you, I pray to God that it will go away eventually. Okay?
Yes.
I rarely throw people out unless they do something I would not tolerate. Okay? But just because I don't throw them out doesn't mean I don't pray to God that they leave.
Got it. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Still, yes, in the back.
어떻게 하면 더 지혜로워질 수 있습니까?
Master, how can I be more wiser? Hello?
Wise is a very Buddhist term again. Wise has gradations. The first level I would call wise would be 4A, 4-stage arhat. So we measure you. We look at you and say, oh, this is what people don't understand about me. When I look at you, I talk to you, I first look at you, where are you? Okay? Especially like all the monks and nuns. People would usually send me like videos of, Master, what do you think? This great Master is very famous. I look at him, okay, very good. But I don't watch the video because I look at level too low. There's no way for them to speak Buddhism for me, okay, or understand Buddhist concepts. So that's why it saves me time. I don't have a lot of time, free time, so I try to be as efficient as possible. So wisdom is depending on your level, meaning that the first level is 4A, 4-stage arhat, where you will begin to have a little bit of wisdom, okay? Then I pay more attention to you. Below that, I sort of ignore it, hope that Master Z will take care of you. If he doesn't, tough luck. Okay? And so 4A, but 4A is only special in the sense I will grab your ear. That's when I begin to grab your ears and then pull you. If I believe you have potential, I will grab you by the ear and pull you or kick you in your butt, okay, when necessary. When you don't have potential, I smile at you all the time. Yes, thank you. Okay? But wisdom really, to me, begins at 1G, the G class. That's when I really invest in you. You're not G class, I bide my time. Okay? It's just like a tree. Any time to grow. Some of you grow differently. Not all the trees grow the same way in the forest. Okay? Yes, go forest. Speaking of forest.
Pulled by the ear in a literal way?
Do I pull people by the ear in a literal way?
Mm-hmm. Or do you mean it in a, and just in your thoughts you pull them by the ear, but you don't really do it?
So typical people here in this country. Where I came from, Asia, they would never ask this type of question, okay? Well, anyway, be as it may. I'm pulled by the ear literally. Let me see. Have I done that? I have.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. We stop here.